back to my channel. I am here with the latest card kit. This is the Roses, Lace, and Love card kit. So this is kind of geared towards Valentine's Day, weddings, anniversaries. So yeah, so we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. And this kit will have fewer papers in it, strictly because these papers were so pretty I didn't want to cover them. So yeah, there will be fewer papers in this kit, but there was a lot more work involved in doing all the die cuts and stuff, as I didn't have matching cardstock and stuff, so I kind of had to create my own. So yeah, let's get into what is in this kit. Alright, so we have our instructions, and usually I don't fold this one, but I was in a folding frenzy, I think. So we have our cover, which has a nice overview of the cards, and then the supplies inside. And then we have our full color instruction sheet with step-by-step instructions on how to layer up the... And then we have our portrait card bases. So these are scored down the middle, and you're going to fold them like this so that the longer side is up and down and the shorter side is side to side. And we have 4 of those. And then our A2 size envelopes. And I will have a link in the description box below where you can get this kit in my shop. And then we have our background papers that are the beautiful romantic papers with roses. And yeah, not very many papers in this kit, but there are lots of embellishments. So we have 2 pieces of 5 1/4 inch lace borders, and then 2 smaller 4-inch lace borders, and then we have some textured ovals that are embossed. There's this quilted one, the dots, the filigree, and kind of like a damask-y kind of one. And then we have the frames that go with these. And these cards are put together very similar to the Home for the Holidays one. So we've got our frames, and then we have our sentiments. And I believe there's 11 sentiments in here, so there's 2 hearts as one. That could go for a wedding or a Valentine's Day. On your wedding day, there's the other, there's 2 of those, 2 hearts for one as one. And Happy Valentine's Day, there's 2 of those, I believe. On your wedding, so there's 2 of those. Happy Anniversary, so there should be 2 of those. With All My Love, 2 of those, and then Love Always is the last one, and there is just 1 of those. And then we have our leaves. So we've got 8 of these little white branches. And yeah, try and find all the little branches here. And then we have we have 4 of the coral colored flowers. So I've got 4 of those, and then we've got 4 of the pink flowers. And these are handmade by me. And then we have 2 gray leaves. And they are mirror image of each other, so they are facing each other. And 4 of the sage colored ones. You can hardly see them on this gray background. There's 4 of those. Also mirror images. And then we've got the olive green leaves. And that is what is in this kit, and you can find it in my Etsy shop, and I'll have a link down below. And stay tuned as we make these cards, and I'll show you how easy they are to put together. So for the first card, you're going to need one of the bases, this paper with the birds on it, one of the 5 1/4 inch lace pieces, the quilted pink oval, one of the flower frames, 2 of the white branches, 2 of the pink flowers, and 2 of the gray gray leaves, and your sentiment. Adhesive, I'm using art glitter glue. My bottle has seen better days, but it still works, so we use it. And some foam squares. And the foam squares, you don't have to have the foam squares, but I find that the foam squares really make the card pop out and make it look that much nicer. So let's get started. So of course you're going to fold your base and just give it a good burnish. You can use a bone folder for that if you like. And then we're going to take our bird paper and we're just going to adhere it onto the back by art glue. Just a small bead of glue around the edge. You never want to saturate the paper with the glue because you will have it look really stiff and warped if you add too much. Alright, and then we're going to take our lace piece and we're going to glue that on. And I'm just adding a bead of glue along the 2 more solid edges. And we're just going to place this along the edge of that paper. Just like so. And now we're going to take our quilted oval and we're going to attach that. We're going to make sure that we're going to leave some space here for the frame, and I just dropped that on there. And above the birds. So we're kind of centering it between this top edge and the bird's head. And I'm just going to put that down. And then we're going to take our frame and we're going to use our foam squares. I'm using the thinner ones today. You can get thicker ones and thinner ones, so today I'm using the thinner ones, mostly because that's all I have. I still haven't ordered some more foam squares. I'm hoping to have some foam squares in my Etsy shop soon. And we have just a little bit of a raised edge with just the thin ones. And then we're going to take our gray leaves, and you can decide where you want to put this, but I'm going to kind of put it, there's a lot of heavy activity over here, so I'm going to put the flowers kind of more in this corner where there isn't as much. the side there. And then we're going to take the white branches and attach those on there, just on top of the gray ones, and then we'll attach the pink flowers on here. And these go together really, really fast. And then I'm just going to take my sentiment. I'm doing the two hearts as one, and I'm just going to put some foam squares on the back. And put it right like that. And it's a simple card, but because of the paper and the embellishments on it, it looks more complicated than it actually is. So here we have our first card. For the next card, you're going to need your card base, your paper that has the roses on the side, one of these wider lace borders, your sentiment, two of the coral flowers, two of the white branches, two of the sage-colored branches, the coral oval with a filigree embossed pattern, and one of your frames. So let's put this aside and fold our base. Again, burnishing the edge. And then we'll take our background paper and place it on here. And then we're going to take our wide lace, and I'm just going to put adhesive on the very top and then kind of run it in places along. Just a little skimming of the glue. Of course, a glue stick would work really good for this. And we're going to place that at the top of that paper, just like that. And now we'll take our oval and we're going to adhere this straight onto the paper. And I'm going to kind of go to the side. We will cover up this, a little bit of this rose here. So I'm just going to press this down. Like so, and then we're gonna put some foam squares on our frame. I think I'm gonna put a few more on just because it's not the thicker foam squares, so I'm gonna put a few more on so that it doesn't sag in the middle. Go. And then we're just going to place this over top, just like that. And then we're going to take our two sage colored leaves and we're going to place them on at the top of this oval. And if you want to switch it up, you can always do the bottom of the oval, or if you wanted to do it on this side, you could. You can place them anywhere you want. I'm doing this because of the sentiment. I want the sentiment in the middle of the oval, so I don't want these to be in the way of that. But if you were putting it on the side, maybe you would put your sentiment on first, and then the leaves over top, so that the sentiment kind of sits underneath. And then our white branches will go here. And then our coral flowers. Each card is kind of made the same way, just different placements. And then we have our sentiment, and because it's going to overlap the frame a little bit, I'm only going to put one foam square in the middle, and then I'm going to kind of see where this is going to go and just add a little bit of glue on the banners. And then we're just going to place this in the center of our oval like that. And again, you can put it down here, you can put it wherever you want. But that is our second card. For our third card, we are going to take our base, this pattern paper with the heart and the flowers in the corner, the wider 4-inch lace border, one of the frames, the coral colored oval with the embossed dots, 2 of the coral flowers, 2 of the white branches, 2 of the sage branches, and your sentiment. Alright, so again, folding our base, and then applying our background paper. These cards are designed that any age can do these, any skill level, and you come out with a beautiful card in the end. And then we're going to take our border, and this time instead of putting it at the top of our page, we're going to put it slightly lower. And we are covering up that heart, but that's okay, because then it makes it a little bit more versatile. And then we have our coral colored oval. And we're going to place it again on this side, leaving some space around for our frame. And we'll take our frame and put the foam squares on. Again, because I'm using the shallower ones, I'm going to add a few more than I would normally. And we'll place that on top. And this time we're going to place our flowers and leaves a little bit different. So I'm going to take the sage colored leaves and I'm going to, because it's heavier on this side, I'm going to focus my attention over here on this side. Like that, and then we'll add our white branches pretty much the same way as we have been doing. And then our coral flowers. And our sentiment, again, we're going across here, so we will put a foam square in the center, just kind of position it where I want my glue, and then we're just going to put that down, right like that. And there you have the third card. Alright, for our last card you will need a card base, this paper with the little stamp in the bottom and the roses in a heart shape, and a 5 1/4 inch lace border, the pink damask embossed oval, one of the flower frames, the 2 olive leaves, 2 white branches, 2 of the pink flowers, and your sentiment. Alright, fold and add our background. And then we're going to take our lace border, and I'm just adding a bead of glue. Glue sticks would work really good for this part. And we're going to stick this down just a little bit away from the edge so that we have a bit of the paper peeking through here. And then we're going to take our oval and we're going to place it down at the bottom. And then our frame with the foam squares on the back. Very good with my placement. That onto our pink oval, and then we're going to add our olive colored leaves to the bottom of this. Since there's lots going on at top, then we want to balance it out at the bottom. That was way too much glue. And so because these are mirrored of each other, I'm kind of having them go to the curve of the frame, but you can totally turn it the other way and have it going the other way if you want to. And then our white branches. Pink flowers. You use glue dots in this part if you wanted to use glue dots instead of liquid glue. And then our sentiment is going to go in the middle, so because it's not touching the sides that much, we're just going to add our foam squares to the center of this. Right like that. And there you have 4 easy cards that look like you spent a lot of hours on them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. There's a link in the description box for the kits, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.